So recently, I've been spending a lot of time on iOS 16 on a bunch of older iPhones, including the iPhone 10. And one thing that just keeps surprising me about this device is the battery life on the iPhone 10. It's crazy to me how great of a job iOS 16 is doing on something like the iPhone 10 on iOS 16. Now, I want to start off with the exterior. Physically, like I've stated many, many times, and this iPhone is beautiful, looks identical to a lot of newer iPhones like the iPhone 13 and everything. The beautiful panel, the aluminum back. Honestly, everything about this specific phone still screams to me that it's almost like $1,000 phone, including the display. Even though it doesn't have a 120 hertz panel, it's still a very smooth display and it still feels very good. The problem with the iPhone 10 that I've mentioned many, many times already though, is with the actual features within iOS 16, if you actually want to call it that. There were so many limited features within this version of software, and honestly, this has kind of become a double-edged sword. On one hand, I wasn't really happy with the amount of features that are being limited on this phone, but on the other hand, possibly with those features limited, that's actually improved the battery life on some of these older phones. In fact, I have an iPhone like my iPhone XS that I have here, and during a battery test I just ran, the iPhone XS did not even come close to the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 was at a much better experience overall than the iPhone XS. It outlasted it by many, many percentage points. But also with something like my iPhone XR, which I guess has a bigger battery size than this thing, and it was supposed to be a much better phone overall in terms of battery life, we are actually seeing better battery life from the iPhone 10 on iOS 16, even with my battery life or battery health being degraded by quite a bit. So that's actually a pretty cool thing for the most part, 86% here, and I'm still getting a very good battery life on iOS 16. Now another thing I want to go ahead and demonstrate for the most part is actually with the performance. I've been seeing the iPhone 10's performance for the most part on iOS 16 being a pretty decent performing phone. I don't think it's gotten a super amount slower than iOS 16 or iOS 15, but even on iOS 16, when I'm doing heavy intensive gaming, which I've demonstrated a lot on my third channel, I'm seeing a lot of the same performance that I've been seeing on iOS 15 on iOS 16. And the fact that we're already on beta 2, well, I guess it's not working, but the fact that we're on beta 2 already makes me think that even though this phone is getting very, very limited in terms of the features and everything that we're getting on iOS 16, I think the iPhone 10 is in a very, very good spot where hopefully I hope this isn't the last version of software that it's getting. But if it is, I think we're going to be in a good spot towards the end of it, where it's going to go ahead and hopefully be in a very stable condition, so much so, in fact, that it will probably end up getting iOS 17 and maybe even iOS 18, who knows. If it pulls off like what the iPhone 6s did, I think the iPhone 10 is in probably a good spot. I just really, really hope Apple doesn't limit the amount of features this iPhone is getting again, because we're going to be in a very, very sad situation if that ends up being the case. So that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.